Hey guys, you joined me on one of my young bird training tosses. We're down currently in Cheltenham. It's about 30 mile back home. We're going to liberate here. It's one of our last training tosses before the racing starts next week from Bath, which is I think 65 miles to us. Shortly we're going to be driving up to Nottingham. One of my subscribers has very kindly bred us 2 young birds, so we're going to go pick them up. Later on we'll show you those, so we'll check in with you in a bit. Right, let's get these birds up. Right, so here's the new young birds that we picked up from Nottingham. Just been acclimatising them in the basket while some of the others are out loft flying. They seem to have disappeared just now, so we'll catch up with them shortly. Once these drop in, I'll take a closer look. Just while we're waiting for those young birds to drop in, I'd also like to point out that this is the hen that I raced from Guernsey, the last old bird race of this season. It's the first time I've ever been as far as Guernsey, first time I've done anything over the water, and she did incredibly well. The birds were up at, I think it's 7:30 in the morning, and she dropped onto the lofts at 2 minutes past 11. As you know, normally I am way behind many in the club, you know, talking like half hour to an hour behind easily. Whereas this bird I think was finally coming to form, and I must have been doing something right, because she dropped in with her fastest time of the whole season, around 1600 yards per minute. She was off the pace of another of our club members. She's clocked in, I think it's 2 minutes behind him. So I'm phenomenally pleased with that. So I've now paired her up, and she's going to hopefully give us some late breds ready for next year, and we'll push on from there. Right, as soon as these drop in, I'll show you these young birds. Right then, so here we are. It's lovely blue check and blue bar. They were bred by Dave Allen from Nottingham. He's in the process of sorting out some details to go with those. So if I get those, you know, with me before I upload the video, I'll include it sort of like over the top of the screen. But I'm really happy with these. They're absolutely stunning young birds. Absolutely stunning. Right, so last week we were supposed to have our first young bird race. So last week we were supposed to have our first young bird race. Unfortunately, due to the weather and such, that ended up being cancelled. This week all looks to be going ahead. So we currently have, I think, 3 or 4 in our race team, young birds that will be heading to that first race from Bath. It's around 65 miles to us, so really looking forward to that. Another reason I'm really looking forward to that race is we got a new flying member in our club who hasn't flown for at least, could be 10-15 years. My brother has been sorting out my granddad's loft, and they're all ready to fly this young bird season. So from my point of view especially, the competition's really starting this year for us, because if I'm going to beat anybody this year, it's going to be him, and it's going to be something to really look forward to. It's going to drive us both on, and we are both really looking forward to this first race. So come Saturday or Friday even, I'll do some more filming for the clocking, the marking, and you know, we'll be right up there. I'll be filming everything possibly can on the build up to that, and look forward to seeing the results come Saturday, because with the Pigeon, I'm sure some of you know, we get text updates as the birds return. We've been doing that throughout training, so we know with training that our birds have been coming really well and on time together. But come Saturday racing, we're going to go completely dark. We ain't going to know who's got a bird in until the results come out Saturday night. So yeah, it's going to be like back in the old days where we didn't know the results until really late on the day at marking time. So we'll give you an update on that, probably be Sunday, and let you all know how we got on. Final note, going back to the league table and stuff that I've been working on this year, I've cleared the data completely for the old bird season. We're going to start from day one of the young bird season and be filling it in there. The links are in the description below, and look forward to seeing some of your comments and thoughts about how this is all going to go. See you in the next one, hopefully on Saturday.